they could.
It was the physique of Bob Paris in 1983 that originally got me to really holistically get involved with bodybuilding. And that's when I started bodybuilding, was 1983. His was the first physique of perfection that I liked. I wasn't trying to model myself after him, but I appreciated his overall package. But there's not really one individual that I can pinpoint in competitive bodybuilding today whose physique that I aspire to look like, but there is one that I do appreciate, and to me it's a work of art, and that's Francois benfatto from France. He's got a really classical physique that is a work of art, not so overwhelmingly muscular, but is really pleasing and aesthetic. Yes. And if anyone out there has a really graceful, pleasing looking physique, I think Francois benfatto is the one that I appreciate the most.
Francois benfatto is one of the new breed of bodybuilders working without steroids.
It is a work of art, and it's not all about the huffing and puffing and the heaving and hoeing that takes place in the gym, but I think anybody can basically be big, but to be big and beautiful is another thing, and it also takes a keen eye to point out the fact that someone else is out there that has a beautiful physique, and you can verbally say that. And I'll be the first one to say that Bob Paris, along with Francois benfatto, the physiques are not only you know, very athletic and heavily muscle bound, and I would take that classical look over the freaky sides any day.
What I'm trying to present when I'm working in an artistic realm is the beauty of the human form. And I try to get across more than just the two-dimensional that's on the piece of paper. And I'm trying to put a personality across. And I think that's one of my main strengths as a bodybuilder, is that I can cross over to a general public market and appeal to not only the hardcore bodybuilding fan, which I am very much a hardcore bodybuilder, but also to the artistic fan and to the person walking down the street. Won't be offended by my physique, but yet it still has the ability to be a Mr. Olympia. When I'm training, I'm picturing that perfect physique and trying to attain that. If that happens to coincide with what the judges want, then that's fantastic. But when it comes down to the bottom line, I guess in coming back to bodybuilding now and training again, my bottom line is to win the Mr. Olympia. I mean, that's the big draw that brings me back to it. I just really appreciate the great support that all the fans have really shown. In the couple of years I was away from the sport, a tremendous amount of support and curiosity as to what I was doing.
Bob Paris, like benfatto, is another Mr. Clean. He turned down acting contracts worth $1 million to compete in Mr. Olympia. The Hollywood fairy tale is